Welcome to Season 2, Episode 10 of PlaneSavers. Hey everybody, welcome to PlaneSavers. It is windy out here. I'm going to use this King Air 100, hopefully as a windbreak. Today's episode, you've probably seen the thumbnail and title, so you know what this is all about. I just want to give you guys a quick update. I've been talking to Uncle Ronnie. The Fokker DR1, the whole reason for PlaneSavers Season 2 is we're restoring a Fokker DR1. It is on its way. It will be here early next week. So the next episode, episode 11, will be the arrival of the Fokker DR1 and what's left and all this fun stuff. At the end of this video, let's do an update on what we have and how Benjamin is doing in the backyard. But before we get to Benjamin, let's head inside because I got a big surprise for you. Okay, folks, got a little bit of a surprise for you, a little bit of callback. If you remember back in episode 20 of PlaneSavers, way back in season 1, we had some log. Remember we were doing the logbook hunting? You remember way back we got LFR here, KG563, and there was a gentleman named Nick from Chilliwack, BC, who found his father was actually the pilot that ferried LFR from World War II to Canada. Very cool. And you remember we looked through the logbook and we found everything all kind of through pictures. But now, look at this. Nick is here. Hey, Nick.
Greetings.
So we got the logbook?
Yep, we got the logbook and we've got the flight from Odham in England all the way to Rockcliffe in Ontario.
So Nick's came all the way. He's been here actually for 3 days. And you know, when we used to do an episode every single day, I used to be getting content like crazy, but we kind of left it at the last minute. You've been here for how was your trip?
Oh, it's been good. I've been walking around the hangar, meeting people, taking pictures. It's good.
Got to meet Chuck?
Yeah, got to meet Chuck, and I met your brother, and talked to your dad, played with the dog, played with the cat.
The new cat, Jasper?
Yeah, Jasper, the one that climbs on planes.
Oh, man, folks, it's been so busy. Actually, the last 2 days probably been a little bit slow. But more importantly, Nick hasn't been in LFR yet. This logbook hasn't been in LFR probably, well, since, what's the year?
1946.
So doing the math, 73 years?
Slightly more than 73 years, yeah.
There we go. So, folks, let's go do it. Let's go bring Nick and the logbook in the LFR, and I want you guys to come along. Let's go.
All set.
So, Nick, while we're walking out, tell us a little bit about your military career.
I spent a total of just under 42 years in the service, and I started out infantry reserves, then I joined the Air Force, and I retired from the regular force in 1996, and in 1997 I joined the Air Force Reserves at 434 Squadron in Greenwood, Nova Scotia, and finished up there in Greenwood in 2012.
So what's it like knowing that your father actually flew this very aircraft in World War II?
I can speak for myself and my sister. We think it's amazing. To find out that Dad's aircraft is still flying and still doing a job. It's a testament to DC-3s. And it's amazing. It's wonderful to see.
Okay, let's go.
See what we can see.
So for me, like, LFR's been here my entire life. So being able to share something special with Nick really brings us down, because you know it's always been busy, especially like I said a little bit earlier, it's been slow the last 2 days. So to actually have a retrospect of how important some of these airplanes are in the history is something that gets lost when you work with them every day. And I know people that are in museums and stuff, and they work on the airplanes. It's always good to keep in mind how special almost anything. It doesn't have to be airplanes, it can be tanks, boats, Hot Wheels cars, anything can have value in history. So that's my little mumble. You want to try opening the door?
We'll try to figure it out.
There we go. What do you think?
I'm not sure if it's top one or bottom one.
There we go. The exact same door your father opened.
Me first?
You first.
Got in.
So there you go. We'll head her on up there. So your father was the first officer?
Second pilot. Yeah.
Second pilot?
Yeah.
So what do you think? What's your first impressions?
It's a little emotional. He spent a lot of hours driving this cross country. He's getting across the ocean. He flew it before in April in 1946. I think it was 25 hours flying time to get it to Rockcliffe.
Jump and see.
Yeah. Try not to kick anything here.
So Nick, if it really wasn't for the PlaneSavers episode,
Never would have known about this aircraft.
isn't that crazy?
Never would have crossed my mind. The only other World War II aircraft that Dad ever flew that I was ever in was some of the TBMs at Skyways Aviation when he was a water bomber pilot. This predates that by a good 18 years.
So let's see the logbook. There we go.
First time in 73 and a bit years, it's in the same airplane.
So Nick, thank you for coming, spending 3 days.
Hey,
I'm gonna leave you alone. This is for you.
yeah, I'll need
I
a
won't
couple
bug
minutes. And I just want to say, my sister, Trish, she supported this whole thing coming here too. She would like to have made it, but I was glad to come here and represent her and myself. My mom, dad, and my brother are all gone, but this is for them too. Thank you.
So I'm gonna leave you alone. You can
Yep.
spend it's yours. Don't worry. I'll go back to work.
Okay.
All yours.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, while Nick's in there with his moment, that's super powerful. Let's head back into the hangar. Again, I want to thank Nick for bringing light the human connection between these aircraft from World War II. That is a real human connection from World War II to this very aircraft. Very powerful, folks. I'm going to leave Nick in there. Let's head back into work, and very special being a part of that. Okay. Now let's get an update on the Fokker and Benjamin. See how he's doing in the back room. Yeah, a little bit of a surprise. So doing pretty good. Oh, look who we have here. Hey, Dad, you want to wave to everybody?
Permit. Hey, hi. How's the world?
Okay, so let's head back in the back room. We had the C-46 in the hangar earlier. Had an elevator change, and resident PlaneSaver from Quebec, Benjamin, is here. He is doing some repairs, and there's Rod. Hey, Rod. So Rod's been showing Benjamin, you know, all the ropes and all that stuff on how to work on the vintage stuff. So hopefully, if I time this right, if all the timing works out, it's going to be great. So, oh, there he is. So look at all the safety gear too. Look at that. So Benjamin, what are you working on right now?
I'm working on the C-46 elevator that has been recently removed from an aircraft because some cracks started to appear. So it's been, I think, ongoing for the last 2 days. Like, they made sure it was still perfect before it started to crack, and then the day it started to crack, they took it off, and I'm peeling off the skin right now, removing all the rivets to access this piece, which is right there inside, and it started to crack around here. So we'll check it up. I'll have to make a new one, like I did on DTD with some ribs.
Okay, so I just saw a rod left.
Yeah.
So I know this is a revenue machine. Let's go look at a non-revenue thing right now. I want to show everybody
Yes.
our progress so far really hasn't been too crazy, but we did receive our cat strips.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain to people what cat strips are?
So those here, and you can see there's a lot of them. Those are all the cat strips we're gonna use for the DR1 ribs, like I've explained, I think, in previous episodes. So all of those here are like, basically, if you look from the side, are rectangular shaped wooden sticks made all of spruce, and they are pretty long since those are all from Aircraft Spruce, the company which makes those things, and they all only sell on a foot length. And since let's say for some ribs like this one here, I needed 3.5 foot. I took huge sticks of 7 foot that I'm gonna cut in half to have a 3.5 foot. And then after that, I'll take this whole thing, make the grooves in the required cat strips, and eventually we'll have our ribs for the DR1.
Sounds good. Okay, so for the layman, he's going to take these ribs right here, and this is going to go around here, providing stability, structure, and the meat, the backbone of the rib, if you can call it that. So, whew, that's a crazy run around episode. So thank you guys for joining us today. Next episode, episode 11, Uncle Ronnie is going to bring the DR1 here. We're going to start working. It's going to be awesome. William will eventually show up at some point. So we're looking forward to seeing William. He's been working hard at getting all his pilot stuff done. And William, no rush, no pressure, but just 20,000 people waiting for you. Just joking, but be safe out there, William. Make sure you get everything done properly. Have fun, everybody at home. Thank you for watching. Hit subscribe if you haven't, and if you made it this far, you're definitely Don Mayer. So thank you, Don Mayer, for watching. Have fun, and we'll see you very soon. Bye.